Okay, Dark79 here for video 3 on my P5000 power loader from the Alien films. So video 3 is going to be this part here, if you can see that. We're going to do the bottom of the legs, or should we say the legs, because then the next part's going to be the hips, the top of the leg and the hips. So we're going to do the legs now. So if you don't know how to turn a PEP file or STL file into a PEP file, you can watch video 1 and see how it's done. Right, so part 3, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so you open up Peppercooler, click on the file, which is on my website, and the password to get into it is Dark79 Cosplay. Okay, bloop. And there we go. So what we're going to do here is what I like to do is I like to try and spot key areas. So I don't print off all this lot and I don't cut all this lot out, shall we say. I only use what I want. So what I do is I actually go to show page numbers. There you go. First things first, let's get this panel cut out, this panel cut out. I'm thinking about making these out of a sturdy foam board material, and then I will make a sturdy foam board shell template, as it were. Then I'll put foam on top and then start adding the extra parts on top. Okay, so I took the one part of one leg, so I've taken the main panel and I've created a blueprint. There's actually a second part that's there that actually goes there on the next level, but we're going to do it in layers. So the first layer, like this, I've pinned it on. We need 4 of these, so I've got something to work off. And then I'll do another 4 with the extra piece on the back. This piece here is the next level down. So we've done this piece. See it? There. That's this piece. Then we'll do another one of these with this added on. And that'll be this piece added in, as you can see here. I've got to cover these in EVA foam. So what I'm going to be doing is using high density EVA foam. This stuff, this is great. You can buy it by the roll at any of your cosplay places, or you get it off Amazon. This came from Coscraft in France. So this is 5mm foam I'm going to be using. So I'm going to basically glue those panels onto these and cut them out. So I've got nice foam large panels. I'm going to use a white pencil and the black foam to draw around the pieces. This is so trim around it, glue it on, and then cut it out nicely afterwards. I just want to save as much foam as possible. I don't want to use up too much, so by drawing it out with this I can minimise the amount of waste. There you go. So now what I'll do is I'll glue this foam onto here, and I'll do that for the top, the bottom, for all the pieces that I've got here. So I've actually used a liquid based glue. I've put it on the inside the foam and the outside of the foam board. When they both go tacky, I'll layer this carefully onto this. There you go, then put some pins around and then cut off the excess. You want to make 4 of these, 2 one way, 2 the other way, for both legs. They're on the PEP file. These are all the same on this file that I've put on my page. So just pick one of them and then flip it over when needs be. I've looked at some other cosplays that have been built, and the majority of them don't do the 2 steps on them. So you can you can just make 1 of these for either side of the leg, so 4 of these, or you can cut out 8 of them and stick them to each other. You take one of these, which I showed you on the PEP file. You either make 4 of them or 8 of them. And what we'll do is we're now going to add the framework onto them, like so. And there you go. You can see here's the pattern we need to cut out. I've got my seam down the middle. Now, if you've got nice bits of foam, try not to have a seam on it at all. This is just because I'm using what I've got, and where I live you can't get hold of the stuff. The reason why the seam's here is there is actually a piece of foam that goes across here, so it won't be seen. And remember to label them, especially if your writing is over the area you're going to cut out, relabel it, because you need to know what's what. Like that. So once you've done that, here's one I began earlier. You start cutting it out. So as you can see, got the pattern, and basically you need to, on all of these, make them holes. Right, so now I've got these panels sorted. So here's the inside leg and here's the outside leg. I've cut 4 chunks of foam. It's basically 2-ply, so it's 2 of them glued together. They are, 6 centimeters by 15 centimeters. I've glued it on to here. Well, there's a reason why I've glued that on first, because I needed to line it up, the leg. So by using the PEP 3D model, I lined it up so it matches. So I've just sort of looked at it and worked it out, so it might not be exact. Then I glued this on so it's nice and marked out. Then I got a Sharpie pen and went around like so. Now I'm going to cheat now. I'm going to use a glue gun. So I'm going to put a lot of glue in here and place this on top. And I have to do that for 4 times. So the insides and the outsides. That's what I'm going to do now. So what I've done here is I've cut out, there was 2 pieces that go down the back. There was 1 piece here that came to here, and then there was a second piece. Stuck them together, so it's just the back of the leg. So here's the piece of foam. 1 long piece would be best. I've unfortunately got a bit stuck to it because I ran out of foam, running out of foam. This costume's huge, it's all foam, and I've got to find foam. Whenever you see a marking with an X on it, when I do it, it usually means there's something there. I used to cut the holes out because some things were going there, but then I've realised that now that if you keep a surface there, you can stick a lot of things onto it afterwards. This is going along the back. Again, cut out grooves for it to bend. And I'll go into there, like so. There you go, I've just pinned your bits down, hold it in shape. And what I'll do is I'm going to glue gun the inside in a second. Let it dry, flip it around, let's glue the top. So same again, face mask, glue. This time I've put a couple bits of plastic over here, which I'm going to lay it on top while it's drying. We'll get there. Okay, we'll let this dry. Got these stilts, plaster stilts, 24 inch, 23, 24 inch, the exact height at the top that I need to get the correct height. Here's the leg. Going up there. So here we go. The shape of the leg and the cage, feet at the right level. I'm just adding a piece of foam board, the same size or same width as the piece that goes down the back. I'm adding it into the inside the back of the leg, so stilts be in here, that way. Yeah, stilts be down here. And putting this panel in to strengthen it. It's only foam board, and then at the very end, after I've painted it, I'll go in here and put the foam in there for the legs. We can get this in. So I haven't actually used a lot of the PEP files to build this. Kind of now just filling in the gaps. That's one thing about when you create a PEP file from a 3D model, it's not the instructions, it's not this is how you do it. That is something you use for templates to help you build what you're building. And then you just got to use your imagination. Think ahead at the foam that's going in here. I want it to be nice and black and behind my legs and have bobbles up it. Probably put some pleather over it. So don't put it in now, because you're going to be painting all this up. Get the framework of the whole thing done, then we'll do the paint job at the end. Get yourself a big bag of glue sticks. I was told to be a professional cosplayer, you should be able to build a whole costume without using any glue sticks and just adhesive. Adhesive's good, but sometimes a glue stick just gets it done. It can't be seen afterwards, just glue stick it. Hot glue. There you go, I've got 2 of the legs done. So that's the legs, bottom legs. Now we'll do the next part, which is just above the second part of the leg. And then when the stilts go in, then I'll build the little front on where the feet go. But basic shape, done. So, it's time to move on. Anyway, I hope these videos are inspiring you to build your own power loader. Again, I'll put all the files I've used to build this leg here and the other leg on my website. And you can grab them and start building your own. Just if you do build one, let me know so I can see what you're doing. Who knows, if you get ahead of me, I might look at yours and think, oh, they've done some good stuff, I'll do that. Because as I say, this is all just, I was going with the flow with this build. So this is just a go with the flow build.